Hello, I'm Miss Becca, a TLCN certified math educator with over 12 years of teaching experience. And in this demo class, we will be factorizing algebraic expressions. So, our topic is factorization of algebraic expressions, and this is a grade 9 topic. So, what is factorization? Have you come across a banana split before? If yes, then we can use it to explain factorization. This is a banana split. It is a combination of banana, ice cream and toppings. It is already made up. We've mixed them together. We've mixed all the ingredients together to give banana split. But now when it comes to factorization is like we wanting to separate all the ingredients of the banana split. We want to put the banana aside, put the cream aside, put the toppings aside. So that is what factorization means. It is the breaking down of an algebraic expression into simpler expressions where we have different expressions that we can that has been multiplied together to give the algebraic expression. So why is factorization important? We use it to solve quadratic equations. When you have a quadratic, not all quadratic equations can be factorized, but we use it to solve some quadratic equations that can be factorized. And then we also use it, it simplifies algebraic expressions, and also factorization is used in real life world application such as calculating areas and solving word problems. So now the first method of factorization that we'll be considering is the common factor method. The common factor method is just like looking for the HCF of two or more terms. So now let's go to the board. We have to factorize 4x plus 8, and this is the common factor method. So we have 4x plus 8. How do we factor this? What we have to do is that we will look at both terms and then look at and find the common factor. So what is common to 4x? Now we say what is common to 4x, and then it will also go in 8. So 4 will go in 8, right? So that means we can factor out our 4. If you factor out 4, then we'll be having x left here. Then if you take 4 from 8, we will have 2. So we've just factored 4x plus 8 to give 4 into bracket x plus 8. If you open this bracket now, it will give back 4x plus 8. So what is the second one? 6xy plus 9x. So the second one says 6xy plus 9x. So we look at what is common to both. 6 cannot go in 9, but there is a factor that can go in 6 and 9. That is 3. So 3 will go in 6 how many times? No, let's bring 3 out first. So we have 3. Then x is here, x is also here. That means we can bring x out also. Then we open the bracket. If you have taken 3 out from 6, what do we have left? We have 2. If you have taken x out from xy, what do we have left? We have y. Then if we take 3 from 9, we have 3. If we take x from x, we have nothing. So we just factor this. This is what we refer to as the common factor method. The next one is the difference of squares. The difference of square has a formula, and the formula is that a raised power 2 a squared, let's write it out on the board, says a squared minus b squared equals a plus b bracket a minus b, because if you expand this bracket it will give a squared minus b squared. So that is what the difference of squares mean. Now look at this. Let's factorize. Let's do the second one. 6y squared minus 25. We have 16y squared minus 25. If you look at this now, we have everything in square. So since this has this is a perfect square, let's put it in square so that we have 4y 4y all square. This means 4 times 4 16, y times y square, then minus what is 25, that will give 5 square. We've written it in this form. So now we have a here. Now our a is 4y and then the b is 5. So and we have a squared minus b squared equals to a plus b, a minus b. So that means 4y squared minus 5 squared now would give 4y plus 5 brackets and then 4y minus 5. So this is how to factorize common difference of square. That's how to factorize difference of square. And then the third one is trinomial factorization, just simple quadratic, just like we want to factorize quadratic equation. Like I said, in how we use factorization, we use it to simplify or to solve quadratic expressions or quadratic equations depending on the term. If it does not have equal sign, it is an expression. If it is equal to something or equal to zero, then it becomes a quadratic equation. So let's solve this second one, x squared plus 7x plus 10. When we want to factorize a quadratic equation or quadratic expression, what we have to do is that we have to look for two numbers that when we multiply them together, it will give this constant. When we multiply the two numbers, it will give this constant, and when we add them together, it will give the coefficient of x. When we add, it will give the coefficient of x. So now let's start thinking, what are the factors of 10? The factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, 10. Okay, 2 and 5, when we add 2 and 5, it will give 7, and when we multiply 2 and 5, it will give 10. So now we have x squared. We will now use the factors. Don't forget, we said we have 2 and 5. Now we use the factors to replace this coefficient of x, such that we now have x squared plus 2x plus 5x. 2x plus 5x will give 7. Then we have plus 10. Then we group them into 2. We take them 2, 2. Then we factorize. What is common to these two? X. So when we bring x out from x squared, we have x left, and that will be plus. When we bring x out from 2x, we have 2 left. We close the bracket, then we add plus. What is common to this 2? 5. 5 will go in 10. So when we bring 5 out here, we are left with x, then plus. When we take 5 from 10, 5 will go in 10 2 times. So you can see that these two are the same. When we are factorizing, we must have the same thing in the bracket. So now we will have x plus 2 bracket x that is outside here, x plus the 5 that is outside here. If you expand this now, you will get x squared plus 7x plus 10. So that is how to factorize trinomials. It is practice time. You will factorize each of these. And let me explain this one. When x has a coefficient like this one now, that has 2x squared. This one has 2 um 2x squared 2x squared plus 7x plus 3 plus 7x plus 3. You will notice that the first one, the coefficient of x is 1. But when the coefficient of x is greater than 1, what you have to do is to multiply the coefficient of x by the constant, such that we have 2 times 3 equals 6. So 6 now will become the constant that we will be looking for two numbers that we multiply. So now we have what times what will give 6, and that thing plus that thing will give 7. 2 times 3 will give 6, but 2 plus 3 will not give 7. So another thing that will give 6 is 6 times 1. 6 times 1 is 6, and then 6 plus 1 is 7. So this one now, we will have 2x squared plus 6x. We said 6 times 1, right? Plus 6x plus 6, then plus 3. So we take the two together. We have 2x is common to both. Then we have 6 plus 3. Then this one, nothing is common to both here. So since nothing is common to both, that means we have plus 1. That means it's only 1 that can go in x, and it will also go in 3. So we have plus 1 into bracket x plus 3, because 1 times x is x, 1 times 3 is 3. So we now take them together, this one and this one. You can see that what we have in our bracket now, they are the same. So we have 2x plus 1 bracket x plus 3. So that is how to factorize trinomials. Do you have any question? What if you cannot find two factors? If you cannot find two factors that will multiply to give the constant and then that you will add to give the coefficient of x, that means that expression cannot be factorized. It's not all quadratic expressions that can be factorized. So if you cannot find two factors that you can multiply to give the constants and you add together to give the coefficient of x, that means that expression is not factorizable. That means there will be another method to solve it. So this you will practice these ones now. You will factorize each of these expressions. Factorize each of these expressions. Thank you for your time and for your cooperation. Once again, I am Miss Becca, the virtual math tutor.